ground ball up the left side. Pass, roll in. One will score. It's in the gap. It gets by the outfielders. Jordheim goes back. Two will score. Here's the throw down to third. Not in time as Welsh.
Ivy throws it back in. We'll see if the relay comes home. It does not. It's an RBI single.
Called strike three.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome to Hillsboro, where we have you set today for high school baseball on yourliveevent.com. And welcome to Hillsboro, where we have you set today for high school baseball on yourliveevent.com. And this is our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance requests, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. That again is irieins.com. It's the Maple River Raiders and the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. The Burros at 2-2 on the season, while for the Maple River Raiders, this is their season opener. We'll hear from both head coaches, Benjamin Strand coming up around the corner, and also Larry Fontaine here for the Maple River Raiders. For more information for Irie Insurance, you can go online to irieins.com. That again is irieins.com. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll hear from Coach Larry Fontaine for the Raiders. That's coming up around the corner. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show on your live event.
New equipment, 5 model 2023 Gleaner Combines are on the lot at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. Contact Chuck or Neil to get on the list of names for fall demo work. Call 218-784-2961 and get your farm on the list so Gleaner Combines demonstrations can take place during harvest on your farm. These are Class 7 and Class 8 Gleaner Combines. Now here at Ziegler Ag Equipment Ada. It's cleaner with Gleaner. Talk to Chuck or Neil for more details. Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband, voice, TV. 1-800-457-2125.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
As we continue on our Irie Insurance pregame show here today from Hillsboro, it's the Maple River Raiders going up against the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. Joining us now from the Raiders is head coach. That is Larry Fontaine. And Larry, game number 1 this season. Good to get out and actually in some decent temperature here and actually feels like spring. And, hey, the grass is a little green as well. That always helps.
Yeah, hey, good afternoon, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're excited about getting out and playing. We've been inside way too long like everybody else, and we're really looking forward to getting out and taking some live swings and playing some baseball. Yesterday was the first day we were on the field. I mean, it's going to be interesting. You got to have a little patience, and we'll go out there and play the best. We're playing ball, and that's all that matters.
I know the seniors here with you, and Dylan Reamer, alongside with him, Liam Satcherman. You have Marty Rohrbeck coming out here. Let's talk about those three in general. What do you hope to see from them over the next couple of weeks here in May?
Well, 3 of those young men are really good athletes. Dylan and Liam have been 3-year starters for us. They're really good athletes. Played football for me, played Legion for me. They're great athletes, and Dylan's a fantastic center fielder. Liam is all region. I think he could get some consideration for all state. He's a really good baseball player. Marty's first year playing baseball, but you saw him play football. He's a great athlete. So, we're looking forward to it and try to get as many games as we can in the next month and have some fun playing ball.
Final thing for you, Larry, before you let you go, what do you want to see from your team each game? Is it just the old coach's adage, get a little bit better every day, considering how much teams really haven't been able to play this spring, very similar to last spring?
Yeah, I just want to, me personally, I'm going to need a little patience because I know we haven't been on the field. I just want to see us get better and have fun. Go out there and play ball and make some plays and have fun, man. Enjoy the spring. Winter was rough.
Larry, as always, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here today in Hillsboro.
Roger, thanks, buddy.
Then again, Larry Fontaine, head coach of the Raiders. We're back after this on your live event.
Thanks, buddy.
Everyone here at the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts would like to take this time to remind parents to teach their children how to be responsible and stay drug-free. By late elementary, many children know of a classmate who smokes, drinks, or uses drugs. It is never too early to talk to your child about substance abuse. Schools teach kids to say no to drugs, but it's what the parents do that counts the most. This has been Katie Seifried with a message from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts.
Trail District Health Unit is here to provide you with health and wellness services, including health education, blood sugar and hemoglobin screenings, blood pressure checks, vaccinations, free COVID home tests, vision and hearing screenings, home care visits, limited-term medical equipment, and more. Contact Trail District Health for information about childhood or adult immunizations and where you can get them. Call Trail District Health Unit at 701-636-4434. Trail District Health is here to prevent, promote, and protect.
On our Irie Insurance pregame show here today from Hillsboro, it's the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros going up against the Maple River Raiders for Region 2 baseball. Joining us now from HCV, that is Coach Benjamin Strand, and it's probably the nicest day so far of the year considering sunny skies, not as windy as yesterday, but able to get out 60 degrees. Actually feels like spring sports a little bit here, Benjamin, today.
Yeah, I know kids are probably not going to know what to do with themselves with the sun out here. They're probably going to be dying, but it's finally good. That seems like we're turning the corner and getting into the real season. So
able to get 4 games in so far. You played a couple of Minnesota teams over the weekend or last week, with Red Lake County and also Crookston. What have you seen your team so far here, Benjamin, through 4 games early on this season?
Those non-region and playing the Minnesota schools, we tried pitching some guys who haven't gotten a sophomore and a freshman who haven't pitched varsity yet. And they did well for us. It kind of gave us a chance to see some guys around some different positions. Really, we were focusing on mentality things and our approach. And at the plate, we did a pretty good job. Defensively, we got some stuff to work on. We had 7 errors against Crookston, and that's going to come along with the territory of having a young team and a little bit inexperienced. But we're hoping these games that we're going to get in now with this nice weather that we're going to get a chance to clean those things up.
And going today, Gavin Belials, what have you liked from him so far 4 games in?
Yeah, we started with him in the first game against Thompson, and he mixed it up well. Maybe walked a few more than he'd like to. So we're hoping to improve on that part of it. But he's one of our best pitchers as far as being able to mix it up, keep guys off balance. He's been coming around at the plate as well. So, we talked earlier this season about leaning on our seniors, and he's one of those guys. So we're looking for him to keep improving.
And you go from a senior to his battering ram partner today here with Halfley behind the plate. What have you liked about an underclassman so far with Halfley's play?
He's been. The start of the season, he had 0 varsity experience, obviously, as a freshman, and through these first 4 games, he seems to be fitting in with the guys, not being too shook up about any situation. We faced a couple good pitchers. He's been putting the ball in play, hitting it hard, hit a double off the fence in one of our games, and we've been really happy with that, and I think he's just going to keep improving.
Final thing for you, Benjamin, before I let you go, what do you want to see ultimately today for 7-inning baseball game here, 1 Region 2 counter? What do you want to see from your guys today here against Maple River?
We've talked as a program the last few years. One of our things has been slow starts, and we want to get away from slow starts. Baseball is a long 7 innings. A lot of things can happen, but it sure is tough to come back when you're down. Every game in and out. So we want to just jump out early and keep the foot on the gas.
Hey, Coach Benjamin Strand, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here today against the Raiders.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
We'll continue on our Irie Insurance pregame show after this from Hillsboro.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
it's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
We make products that last decades. Being able to stand behind our products and having something that is so known for that is awesome.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
And that does it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance requests, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. That again is irieins.com. As we get you set here now for our starting lineups brought to you in part by your friends in American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers. Quality products grower owned at crystalsugar.com. That again is crystalsugar.com. I'm Chase Miller, HCV, the home team, the Maple River Raiders, the visiting team here again for American Crystal Sugar starting lineups here. As we get ready for the Raiders, they'll go like this. Dylan Reamer, the senior center fielder, batting leadoff. Caleb Dowes, the junior pitcher, batting second. Liam Santrum, the senior shortstop, batting third with Calvin Santrum, the junior third baseman. He'll be batting in the cleanup spot. Marty Rohrbeck, the senior second baseman, batting fifth. Jace Erickson, the junior left fielder, sixth. Bobby Bergfield, the junior catcher, will be batting seventh. Carson Davis, the junior first baseman, eighth. And then Charlie McCullough here, the right field seventh grader, batting ninth. So Reamer, Downs, Liam, and Calvin Santrum, Rohrbeck, Erickson, Bergfield, Davis, and McCullough here for the Maple River Raiders. In the field today for Hillsboro Central Valley, Limke in left with Hebel in center. Olson is in right. Hattelstead at first base with Fortman at second. Doolum at shortstop. Kyle Halfley at third base. Chase Halfley behind the plate. And Gavin Belials will be on the mound here for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. This is the American Crystal Sugar starting laps again here on yourliveevent.com. Fifth game of the season for Hillsboro Central Valley, 2-2 on the year. This is the season opener for the Maple River Raiders. Maple River heads to Dakota Prairie coming up on Thursday, while for Hillsboro Central Valley, they will play home to Hatton Northwood tomorrow at 1 o'clock, then play at Hatton Northwood on Thursday for the next couple of games here for the Burros under the guidance of Benjamin Strand, while on the opposite side for Maple River under the guidance of Larry Fontaine. The Raiders out in their blue uniforms, while today for the Burros out in their gray uniforms here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Gavin Belials takes the mound here. Clear skies in the 60 degrees for temperatures today in Hillsboro. First pitch swung on and missed, and first pitch right on time at 4:30 as we get this Region 2 contest underway today here in Hillsboro. Dylan Reamer batting leadoff again here for Maple River. And the 0-1 pitch. That'll be in there for strike number 2 now at 0-2. For Hillsboro Central Valley, able to play a couple of games in Crookston, going 1-1. Here's the 0-2 offering from Belial. Swung on and missed, and that's going to be punch-out number 1 today here for Gavin on the mound. Dylan Reamer strikes out on 3 pitches, 1 down now here on our Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. As no, we're going to say it's going to be no balls and 2 strikes, so we'll take this off. It'll be 0-2. Not completing the play is going to be the catcher here in Chase Halfley. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and there's the strikeout, so that'll be on 4 pitches, and Reamer is officially down. Now it's going to be Caleb Dowse here, the junior pitcher against HCV. Last couple of games for the Burros, a 14-3 win over Red Lake County, then a 13-8 loss against Crookston. Then earlier here this season with teams against North Dakota, a 13-3 win at Larimore and a 5-1 win A 5-1 loss, that is, against Thompson. This one misses on a zone, now 1-0. First game of the season last week, April 25th here for the Burros. So they've been playing in a flurry here over the last week and a half, as most teams are now, as you're able to get the sunshine to come out. The grass is starting to turn a little bit. Hopefully Mother Nature allows the games to happen, whether it's leaving the precipitation of snow, rain, or anything else away. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out here to Dow's. Belials and the pitch. This one will miss for a ball, now 3-0. Caleb Dow's, Liam Santrum, and Calvin Santrum here for Maple River, part of the co-op, again, of the Hope Page and Maple Valley school districts here. There's the 3-0 offering on the way. That'll be in there for a strike now at 3-1. Region 2 baseball game here today in Hillsboro between these two teams. And the 3-1 pitch upcoming here for Belials. That'll be in there for a strike. First full count of the day now at 3-2. These two teams on their softball side, they play on Region 1 for softball, but Region 2 here again for baseball with how it's lined up. And the payoff pitch. Breaking ball, that'll be high, and Caleb Dow's will be awarded first base. So a strikeout followed by a walk, and the Maple River Raiders will have their first base runner of the day as Liam Santrum comes up to the plate here for the Raiders. As Belials will now work from the stretch position and look back the runner at first. And there's the quick pick over, not in time. Region 2, Thompson, Mayport, CG, the Burros, the Raiders, Larimore, and Hatton Northwood here so far early on here in Region 2 standings. Thompson 2-0, Mayport, CG at 1-0. Here's the pitch on the way. This one's going to be popped up the first base line, and this one will be just over the Hillsboro Central Valley Burro dugout here. That'll be for a strike. That'll be 0-1. Also in Region 2 standings early on, HCV at 1-1. Raiders, again, this is their first game of the season. Larimore at 0-1, and Hatton Northwood at 0-2 in Region 2 play. Here's the 0-1 offering. That'll miss for a ball, now 1-1. Also today going on in Hillsboro, the Enderlin Eagles going up against Hillsboro Central Valley in Region 1 softball. Jake Berkmeyer on the call for you on that one here on yourliveevent.com. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and the pitch. This one will miss for a ball, now 2-1. So at first base again, taking his lead is going to be Caleb Dow's. As Belials looks in to Chase Halfley behind the plate. And the 2-1 offering, this one's going to be popped up into straightaway center field, as Hebo doesn't have to move too much there to record out number 2 here of the top of the first inning. So a little fly out to center with Liam Santrum. We'll bring up now Calvin Santrum here. So Calvin Santrum coming up to the plate. And for head coach Larry Fontaine up the third base coach's box, his assistant Alex Hoffman up the first base coach's box here today in Hillsboro. 2 down for Belials, looks the runner. And this one will miss out of the zone now, 1-0. So Dylan Reamer struck out, followed by a walk to Caleb Dow's. Liam Santrum flew out to center, and now Belials falls behind the count to Calvin Santrum here. 1-0 pitch upcoming to the cleanup batter for the Raiders. This one is for a ball, now 2-0. On our Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard here, staying put at first base so far is Caleb Downs as he takes his lead, being held on there by Hattlestead. The 2-0 pitch. That'll miss outside for a ball at 3-0. Raiders looking to get their second base runner of the game on them, Marty Rohrbeck, due up next here for the Raiders. As the pitcher, Belials, a 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike, now 3-1. Very reminiscent of Caleb Dow's working ahead in the count. 3 balls, no strikes, and back-to-back strike calls on the way as Belials was able to attack the zone there. Taking all the way was Calvin, seeing he could get a free pass. Here's the 3-1 offering. Swung on and missed, now 3-2. Batter number 4 here for the Raiders. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner from first and Dow's will be taken off early as Belials checks the runner not being held. And the 3-2. Strike 3 looking to retire the side. So for the Maple River Raiders, they draw a 1-out walk, but unable to bring them in and around as we'll go to the bottom of the first inning on our Golden Harvest Tim Kazet Seats Now scoreboard. Scoreless here on your liveevent.com.
The Halstead Living Center, Heritage House in Halstead, and the Normandy in Twin Valley present an atmosphere that is calm and comfortable. Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, they offer a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care, including senior living with services, skilled nursing care, rehabilitation care, respite, hospice, or adult daycare. Get more information by going to halsteadlivingcenter.com or call 218-456-2105.
This is Bailey Scott, a senior at Fargo Davies High School and the 2022-23 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. Educational athletics, including games like this one, teach a lifetime values such as respect for your opponents, coaches, officials, and classmates. There are few better places than athletic competition to demonstrate respect for others. By your demonstration of respect for those participating and watching today, you underscore that the most important part of high school competition is the people involved and not the game itself. A public service message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
As we come back here, what part of our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups now for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, at least at the plate here today. Kyle Halfley, the junior third baseman, batting leadoff, with Cole Hebel, the senior center fielder, batting second. Andrew Doolum batting third here for the senior shortstop today for the Burros. Chase Halfley then in the cleanup spot for the freshman catcher, followed by Caleb Hattlestead batting fifth. The senior first baseman, Carter Limke in left, the senior left fielder batting sixth. Gavin Belials, will be batting seventh for the senior pitcher in Belials. James Fortman, the junior second baseman, batting eighth, and Landon Olson batting ninth here today for Hillsboro Central Valley. So Kyle Halfley followed by Hebel, Doolum, Chase Halfley batting fourth, Hattlestead, Limke, Belials, Fortman, and Olson here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Out in the outfield for the Raiders, you're going to have Erickson in left field, and center is Reamer. McCullough is going to be in right. From there, Calvin Santrum at third base, Liam Santrum at shortstop, Rohrbeck at second with Davis at first, Burkfield behind the plate, and Caleb Dow's on the circle. So Caleb Dow's will be going up against Kyle Halfley, Cole Hebel, and Andrew Doolum. 1, 2, 3 to start this thing off here against Hillsboro Central Valley in the bottom of the first inning. HCV out in their gray uniforms with burrows across the front with the blue piping down the side for the Maple River Raiders out in their blue tops with Raiders across the front with the gray pants. Here's the pitch on the way to Halfley. This one will go to the backstop for a ball. Now 1-0 to Kyle Halfley, the junior first baseman here for HCV. Righty matchup with Caleb Dow's on the mound, the junior Raider here for Maple River. This one's going to be popped up, and that'll be out of play. As it'll be a strike now, 1-1. Taking a ball, then swinging one through there was Kyle Halfley. Wind blowing out to left field here today. And the pitch. That'll miss for a ball now at 2-1. Here in Hillsboro, 300 down the left field line, 365 to straightaway center, and 285 to right field. 2-1 offering. This one will be blocked in the dirt now, 3-1. Game number 5 here for HCV. And they will have another home game tomorrow at 1 o'clock against Hatton Northwood. Here's the 3-2 offering. This one going to hit on the ground up the third baseline foul. It'll be pitch number 6 of the at-bat upcoming here to Kyle Halfley. Caleb Dow's with Bergfield behind the plate here to the leadoff batter in the HCV lineup. And Caleb Dow's, the 3-2 pitch is going to be hit into right center field, and that's going to split the gap As rounding first on his way to second is Halfley. Here's the relay throw by Raymer. Will get cut off on the way by the second baseman Rohrbeck, and it's a leadoff double here for HCV. So Halfley able to get into scoring position here after the first hit. For the Burros, as Cole Hebel is due up next. As Halfley will take his lead now at second base. Hebel batting from the left-hand side. The senior center fielder here today. We've seen some power from Hebel so far this season at the plate. This one will run in. It will be a pass ball, as going from second to third is going to be Halfley. So runner now 90 feet closer for Halfley, and Cole Hebel works ahead in the count at 1-0. As Hebel steps back into the batter's box on the way with the runner at third base again in Halfley. Here's the 1-0 offering. That'll be in there for a strike at 1-1. Doolum due up next, followed by Chase Halfley, the freshman catcher. Runner at third base again is Kyle Halfley. The double followed by the pass ball to get him to a third base. The pitch. This one's going to get to the backstop here, and coming in to score from first is going to be Kyle Halfley to make it 1-0 in favor of the Burros. So coming in to score again for HCV. They will take their first lead of the game. And Kyle Halfley will have a pass ball followed by a wild pitch to go from second, third to home. This one going to get by the catcher in Burkfield, now 3-1. So Halfley able to come in to score after a leadoff double. And 3 balls, 1 strike on the way here for Caleb Dowse against Cole Hebel. 3-1 pitch. Be out of the zone, and that'll be a 5-pitch walk. So Caleb Dowse gives up a hit, followed by a walk to start things off. And for the Burros, they will look to continue to pass the baton down the line and keep the line moving here for baseball, as Andrew Doolum, the senior shortstop, will dig in now for Coach Benjamin Strand and the Burros. Doolum, the senior shortstop, here today with Hebel taking his lead off of first. Held on there by Davis. There goes the runner. This will get all the way to the backstop, and going to second base again is going to be Hebel with a runner in scoring position now for the Burros. This will miss for a ball at 1-0. Chase Halfley due up next. As right now, Caleb Dowse will look back the runner at second, and Hebel as Doolum works ahead in the count. The 1-0. That'll miss for a ball now at 2-0. So Chase Halfley, the freshman catcher, and then Caleb Hattlestead, again, the senior first baseman at 4 and 5 here. Here's the 2-0 offering. This one's a bit high in the air, playable to short left field. And this one is going to drop down in there between Liam Satstrom and Erickson. And that is going to be a single on the way here for the Burros. So that one just dropped between Erickson and Satstrom, just slowly but surely floated out maybe a little bit farther than what Liam Satstrom thought it was going to do at shortstop. And Erickson was going to give away to Liam, but unable to handle that one. So it's going to be a single in the scoring column with runners at first and second, as this one will miss with Halfley now at 1-0. To play there again, you got to play the sun, a little bit of the wind going from the right to left field foul pole, as that one, again, maybe just jettisoned out a little bit farther than what Liam Satstrom thought it would at short. This one misses for a ball at 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, with runners at first and second, and nobody out here as Hillsboro Central Valley. Looking to add on here in the bottom of the first. Big swing, swung on and missed. Now 2-1. For Maple River, they will send in the top half of the second inning Rohrbeck, Erickson, and Burkfield, the 5, 6, and 7 batters. HCV looking to put up a crooked number here in the bottom of the first. This one will miss. Now 3-1. Chase Halfley with a runner at second base and Hebel Doolum at first. So far, a double, a walk, and a single here in this inning for the Burros. This one's going to be popped up, and that'll be out of play. onto the highway behind us for a strike. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count here. We'll see what Coach Benjamin Strand takes the signs up the third base line, and we'll see what kind of play he wants to put on here. In the first, runners go. This one will go inside, and that'll be a ball. So bases will be loaded now for Hillsboro Central Valley. Hebel will take third, Doolin to second, and Chase Halfley works a full count and earns the second walk of the game against Caleb Dowse. So Dowse now will have to try to minimize the damage here and see if we can have one come on the ground for Maple River right now. Infield playing for that double play grounder if they can turn it. The pitch. This one's going to be popped up and up the third base line. Left fielder giving chase, and this one will be a foul ball. So Erickson lost the hat, went all the way down the line to see if he could tame that one. Instead, it'll be a strike now at 0-1 to Caleb Hattlestead. The senior first baseman here, no one and nowhere to put him on. That was a good job at least working ahead in the count here. And the 0-1 offering. This one going to be foul back now at 0-2. After Hattlestead, it's Carter Limke, then Gavin Belials here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Gorgeous day, though, all things considered here for the month of April into May now. The 0-2 pitch is foul, and that'll go right over the press box here now at 0-2. One of those days where if you just have a short sleeve t-shirt, you can have that. Maybe you want to wear a hoodie, bring a little bit of a blanket to the ballpark. It's quite nice today here in Hillsboro. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Coming up after that one is missed here by Dowse. So we're at third base again is Hebel, Doolin at second, and Chase Halfley at first. This one's going to be hit on the ground right to the third baseman. That's going to be past the third baseman here, Calvin Santrum down the line. 1 run coming in, the second run coming in. It's going to be a 2 RBI single on the way as Calvin Santrum just ain't able to get right in front of that baseball. And we have a new score now at 3-0 in favor here of Hillsboro Central Valley. So the Burros able to jump out in front here with a Hattlestead. 2 RBI, single on the way here for the Burros. Who's coming in is going to be Hebel. Doolin goes from second to home. You have Chase Halfley at second and Caleb Hattlestead with 2 runs driven in. Now makes it a 3-0 lead here for Hillsboro Central Valley. So 3 runs across so far. A couple of them have been earned as Carter Limke, the senior left fielder, will step up to the plate here with runners at first and second base as Larry Fontaine comes onto the mound for a little conference call and trying to give some words of wisdom here to Caleb Dowse. Again, just game number 1 of the season here for the Maple River Raiders. Well, it's game number 5 here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Carter Limke steps up. First pitch in the dirt, blocked on the way by Bergfield. Now it'll be 1-0. The Burros right now 5 up and 5 on. A double with 2 walks and 2 singles so far. You're in the bottom of the first inning. The pitch. This one going to be fouled back to the net at 1-1. For Hillsboro Central Valley and Maple River, some of the history between these two teams. For Maple River, Hope Page made the state title in 1999, falling to Thompson 15-7. The 1-1 offering. This one's going to go all the way to the backstop and getting to third base. Now on the wild pitch will be Chase Halfley. Hattlestead will take second. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. The Maple Valley portion of the school district was able to make state back in 2019 when they co-opted with Enderlin Maple Valley. Here's the 2-1 pitch upcoming. That'll be in there for a strike now at 2-2 to Limke. So something a little bit different again throughout the co-ops that kind of come and go a little bit as school districts maneuver throughout the last handful of years and decade plus. Here's the 2-2 offering. This one going to be hit on the ground. The third baseman there in Calvin Santrum has to go the long way over. Limke, this one's going to allow Limke to climb aboard and go to second base. Now as this gets by Davis, rounding second on his way home is going to be Hattlestead, and he will come in as Limke goes all the way to third. It's now 5-0 in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley. So Calvin Satcham did a good job getting in front of that one, and then he threw it to the first baseman, Davis, and went by him to come in to score again was Chase Halfley. So it will be a run driven in, but then Halstead will come in on the air, and then Limke will go from first to third base on the air as well. From our vantage point, looked like he would have beat out the infield single regardless, as this one will be in there for a strike at 0-1. So a couple singles with a double now, and a runner at third base. Here's the pitch. That'll miss for a ball at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Gavin Belials, a chance to help his own cause in the bottom of the first inning. As the Burros jump out in front here of the Raiders, as they've had 6 batters to the plate, and all 6 have found a way to get on base. 1 ball, 2 strikes here is Caleb Dowse, looking to get his first strikeout of the afternoon. This one will miss for a ball at 2-2. Hillsboro Central Valley with a runner at third base and Carter Limke. In the 2-2 offering, this one will run in at the knee at 3-2. So another full count. We saw Kyle Halfley have the full count so far with Chase Halfley, and now with Gavin Belials here against Caleb Dowse on the mound. 3-2 pitch. This one is going to be hit to the second baseman, gloving it, going 4-3 on the putout. It will be roared back to Davis, and a run does come in to score from third base now here for Hillsboro Central Valley. So a productive out for Belials, as now the bases are clear. 4-3 on the put-up, but a run driven in again. Belials is coming in to score is going to be Limke, as James Fortman will step up to the plate. Breaking ball on the way here for Caleb Dowse in there for a strike. So Dowse a chance to recollect himself with nobody on now, with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. This one will be blocked, but all the way to the backstop now at 1-1. The Burros will look to bat around here in the bottom of the first inning on our Golden Harvest Tim Kazette Seed Sales scoreboard. Call 701-430-8777 for more information upcoming, as this would be a lazy fly ball. The right center field cut off there in the gap by Reamer. 2 down now here in the bottom of the first inning. Landon Olson, the junior right fielder, will be batting 9th here in the lineup for the Burros. With 2 down now here in the bottom of the first. So far, a productive inning for HCV with 6 runs across the board. This one going to be hit on the ground and might be a CNI, and getting that there is going to be Liam Satcham, just backhands it, but that'll be an infield single for Landon Olson. Look like it might be a CNI single as we go back to the top of the lineup here for HCV. So Kyle Halfley is back up for the second time today as batter number 10 now here for the Burros. Will come up. Runner at first base is Olson. And the pitch. This one going to be hit on the ground as Satcham backhands it. Goes it to second base in time for the put-up. That'll be 5-4 as Landon Olson is retired. And that'll do it for the bottom of the first inning. But the Burros score 6. We're back after this here on your liveevent.com.
Thunder Seed has over 4 generations of experience in the field. Through innovation, technology, and hard work, we put farmers first by providing high-quality products. We pride ourselves on developing quality soybean, corn, wheat, and corn silage seed for dealers and growers across our region. We are invested in being your partner throughout the full cycle of your harvest. Thunder Seed, first in the field, family-owned, and farmers first.
The City of Hillsboro welcomes you to town, conveniently located halfway between Fargo and Grand Forks. Shop for your personal items, farm and business supplies at our local stores. If you're looking for a new home or a working job, check out the opportunities in Hillsboro and see what the community can offer you and your family. The City of Hillsboro congratulates the area graduates on your achievements, and they wish you all the best in your future. They hope that you'll carry pleasant memories of school days and graduation time for the rest of your life. Congratulations and best of luck, graduates, from the city of Hillsboro.
Tom, the second inning here in Hillsboro. It's Hillsboro Central Valley 6, Maple River scoreless. The Raiders will be coming up to the plate here as they will have batters 5, 6, and 7 due up here for the Maple River Raiders, going through the lineup the second time against Gavin Belials here, or the second time facing Belials after having 4 men come up to the plate in the first inning. So now will be the chance for Rohrbeck, Erickson, and Bergfield here against Belials in the top of the second, as the Raiders will have some work in front of them now, trailing by 6. First pitch swinging. This one is hit up the third base side. That'll go to the shortstop. Coming across the diamond. Good-looking play by Kyle Halfley, trying to one-hop that one. Unable to grab it. Then Doolum was able to retrieve it right behind him. That'll go 6-3 on the putout. 1 pitch and 1 down here in the top of the second inning. Tough play there by Halfley as Halfley tries to make that his momentum carries with him to Hattlestead, but able to have Doolum kind of follow right behind him to grab it. Chase Erickson will take a strike. Jace, now the junior left fielder, falls behind the count at 0-1. As Belials looks in, and the 0-1 pitch upcoming. That'll miss for a ball, now 1-1. Belials so far through 5 batters. He's faced 2 strikeouts with a walk, and Liam Santrum and Marty Rohrbeck were able to put 2 balls in play for a grounder and a fly out. The 1-1 offering. This one's going to be hit to the second baseman. Fortman is there. Able to go 4-3 on the putout. And Belials 4 pitches, 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. So 4-3 on the putout goes Erickson from Fortman to Hattlestead. Now be Bobby Bergfield, the junior catcher, coming up to the plate. As Belials looks in, and the pitch. That'll be in there for a strike. Now 0-1. Belials getting ahead of these Maple River Raider batters here in the second inning, the 0-1 offering. This will miss out of the zone at 1-1. For HCV, 2, 3, 4 batters with Hebel, Doolum, and Chase Halfley due up in the bottom of the second inning. The 1-1 pitch, that'll miss for a ball, now at 2-1. On the way here for the Raiders, if Bergfield can get aboard, Carson Davis is due up next for the junior first baseman. Halfley looking for, Belials looking for a 3-up, 3-down, top of the second. 2-1 will be out of the zone at 3-1 to give up a walk back in the first to Caleb Downs to work the count full. 3 balls, 1 strike here, 2 outs in the top of the second inning. As Belials, 3-1 pitch in there for a strike, now at 3-2. And for Coach Larry Fontaine, looking down to Bobby Bergfield here, and he'll have to swing through this one if it's close to the plate. A 3-2 offering. This one will be a good eye on the way for Bobby, as it'll be the second base runner of the game here for Hillsboro for Maple River. As the Raiders will send Carson Davis to the plate, the junior first baseman here. As Davis will step in with a runner at first base with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Runner at first again is Bergfield. Belials looks back the runner. The pitch, that'll be blocked in the dirt here by Chase Halfley, now 1-0. Something that's fun about high school baseball is you get to play a myriad of different positions depending on each particular outing and or game. 1-0 offering. This one will be coming back and diving in safely there is Bergfield. One day you might be a pitcher, next day you might be an infielder or an outfielder, just depending on the lineup on any particular day in high school baseball. 1-0 offering on the way for Belials. This one will be in there for a strike now at 1-1. Something you will see in college at times, but more than not, you're able to kind of specialize a little bit being a pitcher or kind of being more of an infielder or outfielder once you get to collegiate level. And then the pros, the same thing as well. That'll be in there for a strike at 1-2. And now at the Universal designated hitter. You won't see the Shohei Ohtanis of the world so much anymore in Major League Baseball. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That'll miss for a ball at 2-2, and Shohei also is a little bit just different of a player in terms of he's going to be coming into the starting lineup as a pitcher 1 every 5 days, might get a day off or two just to kind of rest, but someone who's wants to play every day, and that's how he was raised to do so. The 2-2 offering, swung on and miss, and Belials gets his 3rd strikeout of this one. On our Golden Harvest Tim Kazet Seed Sales scoreboard, we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning with the Burros coming to bat for the 2nd time here against Caleb Dow's here on your live event.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsboro location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Nothing has embodied the American spirit like the family farmer. Year after year, they work the land. Through droughts, floods, and uncertain markets, they keep that spirit alive with another crop harvested for the next generation. And for that, we tip our hats to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Visit with Ryan Opdahl, your local Farmers Union insurance agent in Hillsboro.
Update from softball, it's Enderlin and Hillsboro Central Valley in the 3rd inning right now. Currently scoreless between the Eagles and the Burros. Bottom of the 3rd inning right now at Olson Softball Complex. And Hillsboro, again, bottom of the 3rd, currently scoreless between the Eagles and the Burros. Jake Berkmeyer on the call for you on that one on yourliveevent.com. Chase Miller with you here in Hillsboro at the baseball complex, where it's currently 6-0 in favor of the hometown Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. Co-op of Hillsboro in the Buxton Reynolds area here, as the Burros will be coming to the plate again with Hebel, Andrew Doolum, and Chase Halfley, 2, 3, and 4 batters here for Coach Benjamin Strand and HCV. As the Burros will dig in right now, and the pitch upcoming. This one's going to be a high fly ball. Getting underneath that one was Hebel as Reamer gets into left center field. That'll be off his glove as Reamer will go from, Hebel will go from first to second after Reamer unable to come up with that one. I'm going to play a little bit of the sun and the wind here. That'll be an error on the center fielder, and the Burros will get their leadoff batter on for the 2nd consecutive inning. Andrew Doolum, the senior catcher. Getting underneath it was Hebel, and then again just kind of kept drifting a little bit more to left center field here as Reamer put his glove up and unable to come down with it in left center field. So Caleb Dow's now works with a runner on. The pitch will be in there for a strike at 0-1. First time through the lineup, 6 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, and nobody left on base for Hillsboro Central Valley as they sent 10 batters to the plate in the bottom of the 1st inning. Caleb Dallas looks back to runner Rohrbeck at second. This one going to be hit on the ground. Now 0-2 is Rohrbeck trying to keep the runner and Hebel close at second base. After this, it will be Chase Halfley due up next year for the Burros. Taking his lead off as second is Hebel. The pitch that'll miss inside at the knee for a ball. Now 1-2. Andrew with a single with a run scored back in the 1st inning. Advancing Hebel to third base, whether there was runners at the corners. This one will be off of the glove of Bergfield. This will be a pass ball and allow the runners to scamper down the third base here in Hebel. And that'll be 2 balls and two strikes. Doolum has a chance to get a run driven in here with Hebel at third base. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. I'll miss outside for a ball at 3-2. So after getting ahead 0-2, Andrew Doolum has done a good job against Caleb Dow's on the mound here to work the count full. And payoff pitch. That'll miss for a ball. And that'll be walk number 3 here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Burrows will have runners at the corners as Chase Halfley walked with a run scored back in the first inning. Looks down the third base line for the sign from Coach Benjamin Strand. Runners at the corners here for the Burrows. The pitch. That'll get to the backstop here. Coming to score from third base is going to be Hebel. Rounding second base and staying there will be Doolum after the YO pitch. And for the Burrows, they now take a 7-0 lead. So Hebel now has scored twice. This one being in the bottom of the second inning. This one will send Halfley down to a knee. Now 2-0. So an error on the center fielder. Reamer allowed Hebel to get to second, a walk with Doolum. Now 2-0 here to Halfley, who walked and scored his last time up. Now it's going to be 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes here as Caleb Dow's looks into the catcher and the pitch. 3-0 will miss for a ball. And now you'll have runners at first and second base here for the Burrows. Coming up to the plate, going to be Caleb Hattleston. We'll see if we get a courtesy runner possibly coming on here for HCV with Chase Halfley, the catcher. And it looks like we will. So courtesy runner coming on here for the Burrows. This will be Tyson Lushik. As Hattlestead with a single and 2 runs driven in his last time up as he hit a grounder past the third baseman Calvin Santrum into left field. Caleb Dow's able to throw a strike, now 0-1. Hattlestead also with a run scored later in the bottom of the first inning. Runners at first and second, nobody out here in bottom of the second. This one will miss out of the zone, now 1-1. At second base is Doolum. At first base is Leshek again here at first. As Dow's looks back, the runners are going to go. Great jump on the way here from the lead runner in Doolum, taking that right off the pitcher. Leshek able to see that Andrew was on his way to to third base, so we'll have runners in scoring position now. 2 balls, 1 strike on the way to Hattlestead. The pitch, that'll miss. Good job by Bergfield, able to get in front of that one with the backhand. Now it's 3-1. A couple of walks here in the inning. So far 4 today. 3-1 on the way. Swung on and missed, now 3-2. Carter Lemke due up next, and Belials here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Bottom of the second inning on yourliveevent.com. A game that's 40 minutes old so far. The 3-2. That'll miss for a ball, and the bases are loaded. 5th walk of the game, and nowhere to put Carter Lemke, who comes up to the plate. Lemke with a single with a run driven in, and then on the air was able to go all the way to third base on the E5 from Santrum. So bases are loaded. The pitch, that'll miss for a ball, now at 1-0. Batter number 5 of the half inning here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Caleb Downs right now with the 1-0 offering. This one's going to be popped up, and that'll be the center fielder Reamer. Reamer able to make this one. Here's the throw back in, trying to find the cutoff man, and this one will come back, and it'll be a sacrifice fly on the way as the 2 lead runners come in. So Doolum will come in a score. Leshik goes to third. Staying at first is Haddleston. That'll be a sacrifice fly here for Lemke, his second run driven in of the game. It's now 8-0 in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley with one out here in our Golden Harvest Tim Cazette seed sale scoreboard. This one's going to be hit in the air. That's to straightaway center field. Another sacrifice fly opportunity, as Leshik is going to come in here to score, and he does. So back-to-back sacrifice flies here for the Burros, as they are able to get a run-in with Hebel, a run-in with Dulam, and now a run-in with Leshik here. It's going to be now 9-0 in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley. 6 runs in the first, 3 runs so far here in the second. This one is going to miss for a ball. That'll be 1-0 to James Fortman, who flew out to Reamer his last time up. So 0 for 1 with Fortman with the runner at first base, and Haddlestead 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning. And this will miss as well. So 2 balls and no strikes here to Fortman. It's a little bit of the small ball variety now for the Burros here in this second half, as this will get all the way to the backstop and allow the runner to scamper to second base here on the pass ball with Haddlestead. Reaching base on the air was Hebel, and then able to walk with Dulam, walk with Halfley, walk with Haddlestead, and a couple of sacrifice flies with Lemke and Belials. If you're going to have an out, make it a productive out, and that's what the Burros been able to do here in the second. And this will be another walk and a pass ball on the way to allow Haddlestead to get to third base. Fortman will be at first. Runners at the corners on the way here for Hillsboro Central Valley, as Landon Olson will be coming up. Something that Coach Larry Fontaine said for Maple River, just the second time they've been outside, knowing that it's going to take a little while to find its rhythm here, not just in this game, but for the first week or so of baseball, as this one will miss for a ball now at 1-0. Landon Olson 1 of 1 today with a single back in the first inning. So it's going to be that opportunity here for the Raiders to try to just come through a little bit. Some of their underclassmen that they have on the varsity roster not here today with a musical concert here this evening. It'll be 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out now in the second inning. Was Kyle Halfley due up next here for the Burros if Landon Olson can climb aboard. The 1-1. This one's going to be popped up, and we'll see if Reamer can camp out underneath this one. He makes a diving play, unable to get there. 1 run comes in. Coming in from first base is going to be Fortman, as he will stay put late. There is Benjamin Strand put on the brakes. So coming in to score is going to be Haddlestead. Fortman goes first to third. Olson with the run driven in. It's now 10-0 in favor here of Hillsboro Central Valley. The Burros able to have 4 runs come in, and we'll see if Larry Fontaine might make a pitching change here for the Raiders. And it looks like he will do so here for Maple River, as we will have a pitcher coming up. We'll let you know who it is after this on your live event.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
The Halstead Living Center, Heritage House in Halstead, and the Normandy and Twin Valley present an atmosphere that is calm and comfortable. Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, They offer a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care, including senior living with services, skilled nursing care, rehabilitation care, respite, hospice, or adult daycare. Get more information by going to halstedlivingcenter.com or call 218-456-2105.
So with the pitching change here in Hillsboro on our Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard again, it's 10-0 in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley as Liam Satcham will come on the mound now as Caleb Dowse will be done. However, he is on the hook for the runners at first and third base. You have Caleb Dowse going an inning and 2/3, giving up 6 hits against 10 runs. Again on the hook with both the runner at first and third. Currently with 6 walks and 0 strikeouts. So Liam Satcham to come on here for the Raiders with 2 down. Maple River in the top of the third inning will send McCullough. You'll have Dylan Reamer and Caleb Dowse, the 9-1 and 2 batters to the plate. HCV 6 runs in the first inning and 4 runs in the second. We'll get to our Farmers Union Insurance Ryan Opdahl Agency. Big game report coming up next inning. But currently, here for the Burros, Kyle Halfley will be hitting here for the first time in the second. And then we'll go back to Cole Hebel for the Burros. Runner goes from first to second base, as Landon Olson now will be in scoring position here for Hillsboro Central Valley. James Fortman at third, Olson at second. It'll be a 1-0 count upcoming here to Halfley. The pitch. This one is going to be fouled. Now 1-1. Halfley so far today. A hit back in the first inning that doubled and was able to get to third base with the pass ball and come in to score on the wild pitch, as this one will be off of Bergfield, the catcher. And we will take a break with them after the ricochet that came through and hit Bergfield behind the plate. As Coach Larry Fontaine comes out here, it's HCV 10, the Maple River Raiders scoreless here on your live event.
You can trust the pros at Hillsboro Body Shop to make your vehicle look as good as new. Cars, pickups, trucks, semis, Ben & Tyrell at Hillsboro Body Shop can do the work. And Hillsboro Body Shop is also the place to repair your windshield. Don't wait to get that pesky chip repaired. Ben & Tyrell can replace that glass the same day. Call Hillsboro Body Shop at 701-636-4981 and put Ben & Tyrell's combined 30-plus years of experience to work on your vehicle. Hillsboro Body Shop, 701-636-4981.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get the C-Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy. The Hillsboro Vets Club welcomes you for Broasted Chicken Saturdays, 5:30 till 7:30. Fries and coleslaw along with delicious roasted chicken. It's the best chicken I've ever had. Roasted chicken, dine in and take out at Saturdays at the Hillsboro Vets Club. And remember, appetizers and so many other fun activities at the Hillsboro Vets Club. Good luck to the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros from everyone at the Hillsboro Vets Club. And they thank you for all of your support with the Hillsboro Vets Club.
Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Hillsboro, North Dakota invites you to experience the love of God. Our Savior supports all youth with academics, athletics, music, art, dance, and drama, and offer meaningful opportunities for people of all ages. Join us for worship at 8:30 or 10:30 each Sunday morning, in person or watch on television, HTC Channel 34, or online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at oslchillsboro.com.
As they take a look again at the catcher in Bergfield, as he's able to shake it off a little bit here behind home plate. And we'll have a 1-ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here again with runners at second and third. Fortman at third base with Olson at second. Satcham the pitch. This one's going to be fouled, and this will go all the way back to the highway behind us, and it'll be at 1-2 to Kyle Halfley. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, here 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning as the Burros looking to tack on some more runs here. Well, Liam Satcham looks back the runner and the 1-2. This will get all the way to the backstop. Coming down to score is going to be Fortman here. And now it's a 11-0 advantage here for Hillsboro Central Valley. That'll be a wild pitch variety here. Now 2-2. So Fortman will come in. Olson goes to third base. Liam Santrum with the 2-2. This one going to be blocked. Make the count full now at 3-2. Liam Santrum looks back to Bergfield here behind the plate and the payoff pitch. This one hit up the left field line, and that'll die in front of the left fielder here with Erickson rounding first on his way to second. That one's going to be in there. Be a base knock on the way here for Halfley. He'll get the run driven in as Olson comes in to score. As he will get to second base on the base knock. Now 2 of 3 today here for Hillsboro Central Valley. 12-0 in favor of the Burros. As Cole Hebel will step up for the second time here in the second. A walk with a run scored in the first, and then again reach base to start things off with an error by Reamer in center field on the fly ball. The pitch. First pitch swing and hit one down the right field line, and that's going to be a foul ball. Now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on the way here to Cole Hebel, heading to play Division II baseball coming up here in the fall at the NSIC. As you will have Liam Santrum ahead in the count at 0-1. This one right back up to the middle. Dowes will go across 6-3 on the putout to retire the side, and the Burros here in the second inning. But the Burros, as they did in the first, score 6 runs here in the bottom of the second. As we go to the top of the third inning with a new score, it is HCV 12 Maple River scoreless on your live event.
You can trust Paul's Hometown Repair for professional service on your vehicles, cars, vans, pickups. Bring them in to Paul's Hometown Repair Hillsboro. Whether it's light work such as oil changes and tune-ups, or more serious matters including transmission work and engine overhauls, they'll get the work done for you at Paul's Hometown Repair. They'll get your vehicle back on its wheels, running like new. Call 436-4676 to schedule your vehicle for service at Paul's Hometown Repair Hillsboro. New Golden Harvest Gold Series soybeans are here. In the Hillsboro area, contact Tim Cazzette, 701-430-0877. These new Golden Harvest Gold Series soybeans feature exclusive genetics and high-demand trait platforms like Enlist E3 soybeans and XtendFlex soybeans. Golden Harvest Seeds. Talk with your area representative, Tim Cazzette, 701-430-0877 for Golden Harvest Seed.
Top of the third inning here. Let's get to our Ryan Opdahl Farmers Union Insurance in-game update here for the Maple River Raiders and the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. Galvin Belial so far 2 innings on the mound, 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. The Burros chased Caleb Dowes after an inning and 2/3. He would give up all 12 runs as Liam Santrum came on in relief. So far, a couple runs driven in by Hattlestead, Limke, and Belials here for Hillsboro Central Valley. That is, again, our in-game update brought to you in part by our friends at Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsboro. Home, auto, business, life, farm insurance. Again, contact Ryan Opdahl today on that number that you see on the screen. So top of the third inning as Belials will miss for a ball. Now it's 1-0. Charlie McCullough will be batting up here for the first time. Then it goes to Reamer and Caleb Dowse. The Raiders with the runner on in both the first and the second. The 1-0 is going to miss for a ball at 2-0. Those have been both the walks with Caleb Dowse in the first inning, and then you had Bobby Bergfield with the walk in the second. This one swung on and missed. Now 2-1 as Maple River, first game out through this season, working through a little bit of the dust here, if you will, as a lot of practices on the inside, seeing maybe not as much live action pitching as you want when you can only do so much, again, practicing indoors. So 3 balls, 1 strike here to the number 9 batter here for Maple River as Belials looks in the pitch. That'll miss for a ball, a 5-pitch walk, and the Raiders get their leadoff base runner on board here in the top of the 3rd inning. So for any of these teams, it's just about repetition and finding ways to continue to field well, try to minimize the errors, and then we're less than 3 weeks away from getting under to the postseason here, Region 2 baseball tournament, Mayville State on May the 20th, as this one will be for a ball to Dylan Reamer, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout swinging back in the 1st inning. Runner at first again is McCullough. And the 1-0. This one will come in for a ball, almost hit Reamer, now 2-0. Irish doing a good job being patient here at the plate against Gavin Belials. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody out here in the top of the 3rd inning. 2-0 pitch swung on and missed, now 2-1. Get you an update in a moment here from the softball game going on between Enderlin and Hillsboro Central Valley, also in Hillsboro today for Molson Softball Complex. Here's the 2-1 offering. This one will be in the dirt now, 3-1. Softball game, Region 1 softball. It's 4-2 Enderlin in the bottom of the 4th inning. Make that now 4-3 Enderlin in the bottom of the 4th inning on your live event with Jake Burkmeyer. Here's the 3-1 offering. This one is hit high in the air. That's to left field as Limke and Hebel. Limke will call off Hebel, and that'll be a long out number 1 here in the top of the 3rd inning. Getting underneath that one was Dylan Reamer. I'm going to give it a good jettison to left center field. It is going to be Caleb Dowes now coming up to the plate here for the Maple River Raiders. Adelstead at first base, holding the runner on there in McCullough. Then at second, you're going to have Fortman. Doolem at shortstop. And then Kyle Halfley again at third with Chase Halfley behind the plate. Kyle at third base playing even with the bag at third. The pitch swung on and missed. Now it's going to be 0-1. Lemke, as we mentioned just a moments ago, in left field with Hebel in center and Olson playing in right. Gavin Belials looks into Chase Halfley. Looks back the runner at first. And the 0-1. Breaking ball. Got him to swung on and missed. Now 0-2. This is a region counter between these two teams with the Raiders and the Burros today here in Hillsboro. The 0-2 pitch. This one is going to be strike 3 swinging, and Belials has his 3rd strikeout of this Tuesday late afternoon, early evening. Out number 2 now here on our Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. As Liam Santrum, now the pitcher, will be stepping up. First pitch on the way. This one will miss in at 1-0. Liam Santrum flew out in the top of the 1st inning for the 2nd out to Hebel in center field. 0 for 1 today from the plate as the 1-0 in there for a strikeout report. Now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here with the runner at first. McCullough with a leadoff walk. The 1-1 in there for a strike now at 1-2. So a couple fastballs on the way as Liam Santrum digs back in here for the Raiders. The 1-2 offering. This one's going to be fisted to the second baseman as Fordham able to go 4-3 on the putout to Hattlestead. And pitch on the way there by Belials to run in on Liam Santrum. No runs, no hits, no errors, and there was a runner left on base as we played 2.5 complete here from Hillsboro. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's HEV up by 12.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
New equipment, 5 model 2023 Gleaner Combines are on the lot at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. Contact Chuck or Neil to get on the list of names for fall demo work. Call 218-784-2961 and get your farm on the list so Gleaner Combines demonstrations can take place during harvest on your farm. These are Class 7 and Class 8 Gleaner Combines. Now here at Ziegler Ag Equipment Ada. It's cleaner with Gleaner. Talk to Chuck or Neil for more details. Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada.
Bottom of the third inning we go here in Hillsboro. It's 12-0 in favor of the Burros here on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller with you here in Hillsboro. As this rest of the week looks pretty good, except going into the weekend there might be a chance of some moisture and precipitation and some rain throughout the region, but at least for multiple days, instead of having to worry about snow or worrying about rain, you can just worry about some sunshine and getting out and enjoying a little bit of the spring weather, whether it's track and field or what we're seeing now with baseball, softball, and a chance as well coming up here for a little golf and some other spring sport activities on the way here for these athletes to get some opportunities and get out of the classroom. And really the month of May, there might not be a lot of classes, so to speak, going on in the afternoon with the massed amount of rescheduling of games that we've seen. So Andrew Doolum due up, and then you're going to have Chase Hafley after that. And for Coach Benjamin Strand, we'll have a couple of players will be getting circulated in now here in the bottom of the third inning for Hillsboro Central Valley. So Doolum, check swing, yes he did. He went through, now 0-1. Doolum with a single on a run scored in the first, and a walk and a stolen base in a second with a run scored as well. Liam Satcham again on the mound. The pitch misses for a ball now at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the way here with Liam Satcham. As he looks in, this one's going to be skied up the left field line, and that'll be foul. Now 1-2, the Burros in the first and the second inning able to get their leadoff runner aboard. They'll try to do it for the third time here in the bottom of the third. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Satcham looking for the first strikeout of the game for a Maple River pitcher. The 1-2, strike 3 looking, and Satcham gets the first punch out here of out number 1 in the third inning. As now Chase Hafley. Let me do up here. And Caleb Hattlestead again on after that here for the Burros. Liam Satcham looks in the pitch. This will miss out of the zone at 1-0. Hafley so far today with a pair of walks, was courtesy run for back in the second. Able to have 2 runs come in. The 1-0 pitch upcoming. This one swung on and missed. Now it's going to be 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. After a strike 3 looking to Doolum, Liam Satcham has the 1-1 pitch on the way here to Hafley. This will miss out of the zone at 2-1. Maple River scoreless. Again, they've had left a base runner on in both the first, second, and third inning, while for Hillsboro Central Valley, they've been able to put a couple of crooked numbers up on the board with 6 in the first and the same in the second. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed out of the zone here with Chase Hafley. Now 2-2 as Liam Satcham will look for his second consecutive strikeout here. Here comes the 2-2 offering. This will be in the dirt. Bergfield behind the plate with Davis at first. Rohrbeck at second with Dowse at shortstop and Calvin Satcham here at third in the infield for Maple River. Here's the 3-2 offering, and that'll be a ball. So first walk for Liam Satcham. Erickson in left field, the Threemer in center, and McCullough is in right. For Hillsboro Central Valley, we'll have Caleb Hattlestead as Carter Limke then is due up after that. So Hattlestead will come on here with one out in the bottom of the third inning. With this current score as we see it now, it would just be 4.5 innings of baseball, as the Burros are the home team with the mercy rule with 10 after 5, and if it's the home team, it's through 4.5. As Hattlestead swung on through the zone on the check swing. Today, 1 of 1 from the plate with 2 walks, with a walk in the second, that is, and a single in the first. Has 2 runs driven in. This will miss for a ball now at 1-1. Hattlestead, the senior first baseman here for Coach Benjamin Strand and the Burros. 2-2 so far on the season. 1-1 in Region 2 play. Here's the 1-1 offering. That'll miss for a ball now at 2-1. As the Burros will be on the road after tomorrow when they host Hatton Northwood. They will go to Hatton Northwood on Thursday, then play in Grafton for a triangular with Thief River Falls upcoming on Saturday. 2-1 is going to be off the glove here of Bergfield, and this will go all the way to the backstop as staying put there is going to be Halfley at second. And that'll be 3-1 after the pass ball. So 3 balls, 1 strike here to the HCV Burro. Number 5 batter in the lineup. As you have Liam Satcham look in and the pitch. That'll miss for a ball, and it will be a walk. So the second consecutive walk for Satcham after striking out Andrew Doolum. As Carter Limke will step to the plate. And then Gavin Belial's due up after that. So Limke will dig in here for the Burros with runners at first and second. Now Limke with a sacrifice fly his last time up and a single with a run scored back in the first inning with 2 runs driven in. He was able to get to third base following the throwing error. That will be 1-0 on the way here to Limke. So at second base again is Halfley, Hattlestead at first. Here's the 1-0 pitch upcoming from Liam Satcham. This will get past the catcher all the way to the backstop, as you'll now have runners at second and third. And it will be 2-0 here for Liam Satcham. So Liam just trying to find the zone here for the Maple River Raiders in the bottom of the third inning in a contest that is now 1 hour and 10 minutes old. The 2-0 swung on. Now 2-1 for Maple River. They will be sending their 4, 5, and 6 batters to the plate in the top of the 4th inning. Here's the 2-1 offering on the way. Fouled. And that'll be 2-2. So Satcham able to get a couple of fouls now off of Limke. Runners in scoring position, though, here for Carter to add on to a nice day at the plate so far for the senior left fielder. The 2-2 offering. This one is going to be hit and up the first base line, foul. And we'll do the 2-2 all over again. Make sure you stay tuned to our post-game show brought to you in part by our friends with Halstead Telephone Company with the HTC post-game connection. As we get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and our RDK Enterprises feature precision play the contest as well. The 2-2 just missed, now 3-2. So that'll be coming up at the conclusion of this contest here in Hillsboro today. As you'll have Liam Satcham again. Look back the runner at third and the 3-2 offering. This one's going to be hit on a rope to left field, and that one's going to get by the left fielder there in Erickson. One run comes in, and it will be a ground rule double as it sneaks its way through the fence here, but a bases clearing double regardless for Limke to make it 14-0 now in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley. So again, 2 runs coming to score for Limke as he has his 4th run driven in a game. So coming in, Hattlestead from second base and Halfley from third as Gavin Belials now will step up with a runner in scoring position. This one will miss up for a ball at 1. And Gavin Belials with a run batted in the first, grounding out to Rohrbeck at second. Then a sacrifice fly his last time up. So 2 runs driven in here for Belials to help his own cause on the mound here today. The 1-0 offering. This will get all the way to the backstop on the wild pitch as the Raiders now will have a runner 90 feet closer coming in to score. Belials will be ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes here with Liam Satcham. The sun is slowly but surely starting to set in the western sky is what we've seen it from earlier today, but that's a nice thing about the spring. Feels like you got a little bit more. Is this going to be a CNI single under the glove of Rohrbeck into center field? Coming in will be Limke. Belials with a run batted in, his 3rd of the contest, and now it's 15-0 in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley. And we'll see if Larry Fontaine might make one more pitching change here or just have a little conference call on the mound as Liam Satcham right now again so far through 2/3 of an inning of work as the Burrows of Fortman will be coming up to the plate, and then you'll have Olson after that, and the Burrows actually be having a different batter coming up to the plate here in a moment. Stepping in will be Tyson Lashik will be coming up, and we'll have a new pitcher coming in here for the Raiders. We'll let you know about that next here on your live event.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Everyone here at the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts would like to take this time to remind parents to teach their children how to be responsible and stay drug-free. By late elementary, many children know of a classmate who smokes, drinks, or uses drugs. It is never too early to talk to your child about substance abuse. Schools teach kids to say no to drugs, but it's what the parents do that counts the most. This has been Katie Seifried with a message from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts.
As we come back here in Hillsboro, you'll have Liam Satcham going to third base, and Calvin Satcham will be coming on to pitch now for Maple River. And stepping up to the plate will be Lashik here on the way here for Hillsboro Central Valley. So we'll have a first time we'll see him today here at the plate for the Burros with the runner at first base, again in Belials. So you're going to have Liam go 2/3 of an inning, give up a couple of hits, a couple of runs against him as well. All 12 of the runs so far here. Coming into the inning were tabbed to Caleb Dow's, 3 there on the way here to Liam Satcham. As the runner goes to second base here, and going to get in safely there is going to be Belials as he's now in scoring position. So 1 ball, 1 strike, no strikes here. Lashik as he's hitting in for James Fortman, who went 0 for 1 from the plate with a run scored on a walk back in the second inning. This one will be out of the zone now at 2-0. Then from there for Hillsboro Central Valley on the on-deck circle is Jacob Duffner, the junior, to do up and hit next. This one's going to be a foul. Leshik in the batter's box now 2-1. But a gorgeous spring day again, just to get outside and maybe get some spring work done. Maybe that cabin fever able to go away a little bit here with the weather that we have slated this week in the Red River Valley. The 2-1 offering. This one going to get to the backstop. Going to third base again will be Belials. It's now 3-1. And for Hillsboro Central Valley, for Coach Benjamin Strand, he mentioned on our pregame show just wanting to have a little bit more of a quicker start. They were able to do that today here against Maple River, as Leshik is able to draw a walk. Calvin Satcham now will have to face runners at the corners. As coming up will be Jacob Duffner, the junior, here with runners at first and second base. But again, a good start on the way. Just 4 batters for Belials to go up against in the first inning. Then you bat around in the bottom of the first for HCV. As this will miss for a ball, now 1-0. 6 runs, 5 hits in the first inning. 6 runs, 2 hits in the second. Took advantage of a couple of walks. Here's the 1-0. That'll be in there for a strike now at 1-1. Coming up, this is the 7th batter to the plate here for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. As Duffner. This one will miss for a ball at 2-1. The Burros with 6 runs in the first, 6 runs in the second, 3 runs so far here in the third. The 2-1 offering. This will miss now at 3-1. So Leshik at first base. At third base again is Belials. Here's the pitch. This one is going to be hit in the air. That's to right field. And that's going to be caught by the right fielder, McCullough. Coming in with a sacrifice fly to score is going to be Belials. And Duffner does the job here with the sacrifice fly, with the run driven in, to now make it 16-0 here in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley. 2 down. That run will be charged again to Liam Satcham. As here's the pitch. Little miss for a ball. Now 1-0 to Kyle Halfley, his 4th time at the plate. A single and a double with a run scored today. 2 for 3 here for Halfley, the junior third baseman. This one will miss for a ball at 2-0. After Halfley, Cole Hebel is due up next for the Burros. There's a 2-0 offering. Fouled back to the backstop now at 2-1. Burros able to jump out in front here of Maple River and stay with that. The most batters that Gavin Belials has gone against today is 4. He's done that in both the first, second, and the third innings against, and just been a free pass has been the lone Maple River base runner, as Calvin Santrum challenges Halfley with a high fastball, swung on a miss. Now 2-2 with the runner still at first base. And Leshik, here's the 2-2 offering. This one will miss for a ball at 3-2. Leshik is responsible for Liam Santrum when it comes to the final run total here for a pitcher, as Calvin Santrum looking to get out of the inning. 3-2 pitch is going to be grounded. This will be foul, and we'll do it all over again. Leaving early from first base again. On the way will be Leshik here, as Tyson, the freshman, takes his lead off of first, getting held on by Davis. A 3-2. This will be a ball, and now runners will be at first and second. As Cole Hebel will come up to the plate. Hebel today 0 for 2 with a grounder, reach base in the second after the error by Reamer, walked with a stolen base and run scored in the first. As this is going to get to the backstop, as the runners will get now into scoring position at second and third base for Hillsboro Central Valley, and Hebel will work ahead in the count at 1-0. HCV 16, Maple River scoreless here on yourliveevent.com. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Foul tipped, now it'll be 1-1. So foul tip to Cole Hebel, the senior center fielder in a game right now that has gone 70, make that 82 minutes so far here in Hillsboro. The pitch, they'll miss for a ball at 2-1. Runner at second base is Halfley. Third base, Leshik again. Kyle at second. 2-1 pitch is swung on, and this one will go all the way to the backstop. As getting there is going to be Bergfield. Will now be 2 balls and 2 strikes to the number 2 batter here in HCV's lineup with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. We'll get you an update from the softball diamond here in a moment, as the Burros are well in control here against the Raiders. The 2-2 will miss up now for a ball at 3-2. Over at softball, it's HCV 7, Enderlin 4, going to the bottom of the 6th inning. And the 3-2. This one is going to be popped up and in the air to center field. The Reamer looks to have enough room, as he does, to retire the side. But for the Maple River Raiders, they will see 4 more runs come across for Hillsboro Central Valley. And our Golden Harvest Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard, we go to the top of the 4th inning. It is 16-0 in favor of the Burros.
Trail District Health Unit is here to provide you with health and wellness services, including health education, blood sugar and hemoglobin screenings, blood pressure checks, vaccinations, free COVID home tests, vision and hearing screenings, home care visits, limited-term medical equipment, and more. Contact Trail District Health for information about childhood or adult immunizations and where you can get them. Call Trail District Health Unit at 701-636-4434. Trail District Health is here to prevent, promote, and protect.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Time of the 4th inning on yourliveevent.com. It's Hillsboro Central Valley 16, Maple River scoreless. Congratulations goes out to the assistant coach here for the Maple River Raiders, with Alex Hoffman and his wife bringing a newborn, a child into the world, a baby girl. So congratulations goes out again to the Hoffman family here for the Maple River Raiders. A couple of weeks from now, we'll have graduation. We'll be talking about the state track and field meet right before Memorial Day weekend, which is under a month from getting underway, and then it will be officially into the month of June as we get you set for a summer and put a bow on the 2022-2023 school year here on your live event as well. So for the Burros, they'll be seeing Santrum, Rohrbeck, and Erickson here, as this one is going to be popped up and playable into the infield on the first pitch, and Belios just comes off the mound. 1 pitch, 1 out here to Calvin Santrum. As we go to the top of the 4th inning here with Marty Rohrbeck. 0 for 1 today with a grounder to Doolum at shortstop. His last time up. As the pitch is upcoming here. This one foul tipped into the glove, now 0-1. This one will go to the back, now 1 ball and 1 strike. And Jace Erickson again due up next here for the Raiders. Here's the 1-1 offering on the way. This one will be in there for a strike now at 1-2. Gavin Belios today, 3 1/3 innings work, has yet to give up a hit. 3 walks and 3 strikeouts today. It'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes, a walk and 2 strikeouts in the first, a walk and a strikeout in the second, and a strikeout in the fourth. So 4 strikeouts. Now make it 5 strikeouts in the way here for Belials in out number 2. And so far they've been 4 via the strike 3 swinging and 1 via the strike 3 looking today here for Belials. Is now Jace Erickson with the grounder. His last time up to second at that time, Fortman was at second base. This one will be in there for a strike at 0-1. As Belials with the 0-1 pitch. This one foul tipped. Now 0-2. Belials will look for a quick top of the 4th inning here. Get the bats up one more time, then look to finish things off in the top of the 5th for the Burros. The 0-2 pitch. This one is hit in the air, and that's to center field, and that'll break up the no-hitter here with Jace Erickson. First hit of the game for Maple River, and they've gotten a runner on now in every inning here for the Raiders. A walk by Downs in the first, a Bobby Bergfield walk in the second, a leadoff walk by Charlie McCullough in the third, and now coming up to the plate will be Bobby Bergfield for the second time for Maple River. He'll take a strike at 0-1. Gavin Belials has so far went up against 4 batters in each of the innings. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one will miss. Now 1-1. So Erickson takes his lead off a first base here for Maple River. And the 1-1 pitch by Belials in there for a strike at 1-2. Good looking pitch on the way there by Gavin, outer part of the plate at the knee. 1-2 offering upcoming here for Belials with Erickson at first. The 1-2. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side, and that's a 6th strikeout here for Belials on the mound. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. 3.5 complete on our Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is 16-0 in favor of the Burros on your live event.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
We make products that last decades. Being able to stand behind our products and having something that is so known for that is awesome.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
Bottom of the 4th inning we go. Hillsboro Central Valley 16, Maple River scoreless. In terms of some news from the Fargo metro area with college wrestling, longtime head coach Roger Kish for NDSU Wrestling has been hired as the head coach at Oklahoma. Roger Kish was NDSU's head coach the last 12 years and now named the head coach for the Oklahoma Sooners. So the NDSU wrestling program went 11-3 last season, 6-2 in the Big 12, and finished in the top 15 in terms of Division I wrestling. So Roger Kish will be making his way to Oklahoma, and NDSU will be in search of a new wrestling coach. Bottom of the 4th inning, Hillsboro Central Valley 16, the Maple River Raiders scoreless here on your liveevent.com. Andrew Doolam due up. And then from there, we'll get to Chase Hafley is scheduled, the next on-deck batter here for the Burros. So with this score right now, the Burros will be swung on and miss here to Doolam. What the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros will be looking to do here is add to their lead so far and then get 3 outs in the top of the 5th and pick up their 3rd win of the season and try to win via the mercy run rule here today in Hillsboro. Andrew Doolin with a single and a run scored back in the 1st, walk with a run scored in the 2nd, and struck out looking his last time up. That one in there for a strike as Calvin Satcham is now 0-2 on the way here to the 3 batter in the lineup for the Burros here today. Calvin Satcham, the 0-2 pitch. This one will be in the dirt now at 1-2. For HCV, they will play tomorrow at 1 o'clock. That game will be here in Hillsboro against Hatton Northwood, then travel to Hatton Northwood on Thursday. It's going to be a busy Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday here for the Burros before they head to Grafton on Saturday, going up against the Spoilers and the Prowlers of Thief River Falls. The 1-2 breaking ball is hit down the left field line, but well foul. The Maple River Ritters, they have Dakota Prairie coming up here, and then another contest over the weekend. For Maple River, they will get their traveling shoes on here. All the games will be away from the Hope Page area. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Nobody out in the 4th. This will miss up now 2-2. Calvin Satcham so far with 2/3 of an inning worked here for the Maple River Raiders. As the 2-2 pitch upcoming here from Calvin. Swung on and missed, and this will Bergfield will have to go to first and trying to grab that one, and doing so is going to be Davis to retire Andrew Doolin here on the strikeout. So first strikeout for Calvin Satcham in relief, and there's one down now here in the bottom of the 4th inning on our Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. As you have Chase Halfley to the plate. Halfley has reached base all 3 times, or all 2 times as he's hit so far, with 2 walks and a run scored back in the 1st. Came in to score as well in the 3rd, and then Lushik came on for a courtesy runner and came in to score in the 2nd. Little pitch on the way here to Chase Halfley. This one will miss for a ball now at 2-0. As you'll have Calvin Satcham look back in the 2-0. That one in there for a strike at 2-1. Then Caleb Hattlestead is the next on-deck batter here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Here's the 2-1 offering. This will miss for a ball at 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Calvin Satcham, that'll miss for a 5-pitch walk. Second walk here for Satcham in relief, and the Burros now will have a runner on in every inning against the Maple River pitching staff. Caleb Hattlestead will come up here for the Burros. High school baseball on yourliveevent.com. Enderlin and Hillsboro Central Valley. The Burros up 13-4 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bases loaded with 1 out. Trying to get 1 more run, and if they do so, that game would go final via the mercy rule against the Enderlin Eagles. Caleb Hattlestead behind the count here at 0-1. Here's the 0-1. This one's going to be grounded up the first base line, but this one will be foul. It's now 0-2. Taking a look at the Minnesota Twins in action tonight. They go up against the Chicago White Sox. That game just about to get underway. Joe Ryan pitching for Minnesota at 17-12 on the season. The White Sox at 8-21 on the year for the Southsiders. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Hattlestead. Satcham misses outside for a ball, now 1-2. Hattlestead so far with a single back in the 1st inning has scored in all 3 times. Just came to plate 1 for 1 with a pair of walks and 3 runs scored and 2 runs driven in. The 1-2. This one is hit on a line to left field, and that's going to one hop to left fielder Erickson. This one will go out and into the snowpack here, so it'll be a ground rule double. And runners will be at second and third base. So Chase Affley goes to third. You'll have Hattlestead to second on the double here. And for the Burros now, they'll have a courtesy runner coming on at third as Limke will step up to the plate. The courtesy runner here for the Burros at third base will be Chenault. So Chenault now at third base, Hattlestead at second. Here's the pitch. That'll miss for a ball at 1-0. Limke today with a sacrifice fly in the second. Double with a run scored and a run driven in the third, and 2 RBIs back in the first inning. Here's the 1-0 offering. This one is going to be hit in the air to center field. Reamer comes across, sees that one hop in front of him. Here's the throw coming back, and it'll be an RBI single on the way here for Carter Limke as the Burros have scored in now every inning to lead it 17-0. Runners at the corners, still one down as Limke gets another run driven in. That's going to be his 5th of the contest. Chenault will come in to score. Hattlestead goes to third. As you have Gavin Belials going to do up here for the Burros. Belials first pitch swinging. Satcham will leave this one in play. No one's going to cover second. That's just one where the infield looks to try to talk it over and unable to do so. As taking the step off was going to be Calvin Satcham, and then by the time he just kind of came off, Rohrbeck or Dow stopped that he was going to just go grab it. So unfortunate there for the Raiders. But getting on will be Belials here with a base knock as James Fortman now. This will be Lushik now will work ahead at 1-0. Here's the pitch. This will be blocked in the dirt at 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out here. Bases full of Burros. Hattlestead at third, Limke at second, and Belials currently stands at first base. The 2-0 pitch. This one will miss for a ball at 3-0. The Burros with 4 runs across in that third inning. And the 3-0 offering. This will miss for a ball, and a run will come in to score, make it 18-0 in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley. Hattlestead comes in to score. Limke trots down to third. Making his way to second will be Belials, and Lushik is able to earn a walk. As you'll have Duffner, who had a sacrifice fly back his last time up in the third, will step in. And this will miss for a ball now at 1-0. One ball, no strikes, with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Calvin Satcham. This one will be blocked at the plate by Bergfield. Now 2-0. As we'll have a time here is Bergfield with Coach Larry Fontaine will come on. Check it as catcher. His catcher's been banged up a little bit today. We saw he get hit a little bit in the wrist earlier as he went down, and now we'll try to walk this one off here for the Maple River Raiders. As we'll have a runner at third base again in Carter Limke, Belials at second, and now Lushik at first base on the way. 18-0 in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley, and he started off early. Halfley came in to score with a double after a pass ball and a wild pitch. Then Hattlestead had a 2 RBI single to make it 3-0, and it's been all HCV since then. The 2-0 pitch is outside for a ball now at 3-0. So go back to the top of the lineup to Kyle Halfley due up next here for the Burros. 3-0 pitch is going to be scalded up the third base line. That'll be foul now, 3-1. For Hillsboro Central Valley, they will contend with Maple River coming to the plate with 8-9-1 batters with Davis McCullough and Dylan Reamer in the top of the 5th once we get there here in Hillsboro. And the pitch, this one is going to be hit on the ground, and that one is going to be into short left field as Dow's unable to come with that one with cleanly, but it will be a single here for Duffner, as he will get his second run driven in. Carter Lemke comes in to score. Belials to third base, and Lushik now stands at second. Now 19-0 in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley, as Larry Fontaine's going to come on here, and we'll see if we get one more pitching change, and it looks like we will. We'll get a pitching change. We'll return after this here on your live events.
The Halstead Living Center, Heritage House in Halstead, and the Normandy in Twin Valley present an atmosphere that is calm and comfortable. Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, they offer a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care, including senior living with services, skilled nursing care, rehabilitation care, respite, hospice, or adult daycare. Get more information by going to halsteadlivingcenter.com or call 218-456-2105.
This is Bailey Scott, a senior at Fargo Davies High School and the 2022-23 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. Educational athletics, including games like this one, teach a lifetime values such as respect for your opponents, coaches, officials, and classmates. There are few better places than athletic competition to demonstrate respect for others. By your demonstration of respect for those participating and watching today, you underscore that the most important part of high school competition is the people involved and not the game itself. A public service message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
Thunder Seed has over 4 generations of experience in the field. Through innovation, technology, and hard work, we put farmers first by providing high-quality products. We pride ourselves on developing quality soybean, corn, wheat, and corn silage seed for dealers and growers across our region. We are invested in being your partner throughout the full cycle of your harvest. Thunder Seed, first in the field, family-owned, and farmers first.
Carson Davis will come on and pitch as Calvin Satcham will go to third base now here for the Maple River Raiders. The Burros with 6 runs in the first, 6 runs in the second, 4 in the third, and they've added to that right now as they currently have 4 runs here in the bottom of the 4th inning with just 1 out. Bases are loaded of Burros, as third base will be Belials. Again, Lushik is going to be at second, and at first will be Duffner here. As we go back to the top of the lineup for Hillsboro Central Valley with Kyle Halfley. Halfley today with a double to start things off with a run scored in the first and a single as well in the second. He's been able to reach base 3 times today. Is currently 2 of 3 with a walk. So Davis, his warm-up pitches, he'll get one last one here and then have to go up against Kyle Halfley. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, in a contest that's nearing an hour and 45 minutes old here in Hillsboro.
Now to pitch is 33, Carson Davis.
As Kyle Halfley will dig in. Righty versus righty matchup here in the bottom of the 4th inning. As Davis with the pitch. This will miss for a ball now at 1-0. For Hillsboro Central Valley, this will be their 5th time through the order. As we get to the bottom of the 4th inning, the 1-0 offering will miss for a ball at 2-0. For the Burros right now with Halfley, digs back in with the 2-0 pitch. And this one going to be blocked now 3-0. Down the left field line at 300, 285 down the right field line, and a straightaway center at 365 here in Hillsboro. The 3-0 pitch, that'll miss for a 4-pitch walk, as Davis will have his first walk of the game. And it's now 20-0 on our Golden Harvest Tim Kazette seat sale scoreboard in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley.
Off the bat is number 13, Cole
Hebel today with a walk. Reached base in the second on an error. 0 for 3 today with a walk and 2 runs scored. And this will miss for a ball now at 1-0. And that's one thing the Burros have done well today is chase their pitch, not been able to chase the pitch, just look for their pitch through the zone today, not really expanding that strike zone, as they've forced, whether it's been Dow's, a pair of Statrums, or Davis, to have to throw through the zone right now with 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, the 2-0. That'll miss now, 3-0. 3-0 on the way with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the pitch. That'll miss for a ball. And we'll have another walk here for Davis to start things off. And it's 21-0 in favor of the Burros. So Duffner stands at third, Hathley at second, and Hebel will be at first as Doolum struck out his last 2 times swinging and then looking will step in. That'll be a ball, now 1-0. Currently at third base is Duffner. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way by Davis. That'll miss for a ball, now 2-0. So a 4-pitch walk to Hathley, a 4-pitch walk to Hebel. And right now, Davis just looking to find the strike zone here, falling behind the count. 2 balls and no strikes with 1 out here to Doolum in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-0 pitch on the way. That'll reach all the way to the backstop. Runners will stay put. Now it's 3-0. So Davis right now at 3-0. With Bergfield here playing catcher. A 3-0 pitch. That'll miss for a ball. Now it's coming into score is going to be Duffner, as Hathley will take third base. Hebel will take second, and Doolum again is going to be at first. And Coach Larry Fontaine will come out here and talk it over one more time with his pitcher, or we'll see a new pitching change. We'll see a new pitching change. We'll let you know who it is next on your live event.
The City of Hillsboro welcomes you to town, conveniently located halfway between Fargo and Grand Forks. Shop for your personal items, farm and business supplies at our local stores. If you're looking for a new home or a working job, check out the opportunities in Hillsboro and see what the community can offer you and your family. The City of Hillsboro congratulates the area graduates on your achievements, and they wish you all the best in your future. They hope that you'll carry pleasant memories of school days and graduation time for the rest of your life. Congratulations and best of luck, graduates, from the City of Hillsboro.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsboro location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Coming in from center field will be Dylan Reamer on to pitch now for the Maple River Raiders as the previous pitcher. Davis will go back to first base, and then you'll have Liam Santrum as he will be playing in center. Calvin Santrum will be playing in third base, and then it looks to be Calvin Santrum again will go back to third here, as at first, at shortstop, you'll have Dow's, and then Rohrbeck on the way will be playing second base. It's Maple River Raiders and the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros here on yourliveevent.com. With this result, the Raiders will drop to 0-1 on the season and 0-1 in Region 1 play, while on the opposite side for Hillsboro Central Valley, the Burros would improve to 3-2 on the season, and they would improve to 2-1 in Region 1 play. Here's the pitch upcoming. This one swung on a miss, now 0-1. As coming on to hit now for the Burros is Cooper Broughton. So we're going to be swung on now 0-2. As you'll have Reamer again on the mound here for Maple River. Here's the 0-2 pitch in the dirt at 1-2 to Broughton. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here is Reamer. Takes the mound and the 1-2 offering. Swung on a miss, and Reamer gets the strikeout. So Reamer gets his first strikeout of the game. This is the third as a team here for Maple River. As we'll have a new batter as Richter will come up to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th inning. This one's going to be hit on the ground at the third baseman. Satcham is there, goes across the way to Davis, who able to scoop it up. And that'll be 5-3 on the putout to retire the side. But the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros up 16-0. Add to it with 6 more runs here in the bottom of the 4th inning as we go to the top of the 5th. It's a new score on our Golden Harvest Tim Kazut Seed Sales scoreboard here on yourliveevent.com. 22-0 in favor of the Burros.
Nothing has embodied the American spirit like the family farmer. Year after year, they work the land. Through droughts, floods, and uncertain markets, they keep that spirit alive with another crop harvested for the next generation. And for that, we tip our hats to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Visit with Ryan Opdahl, your local Farmers Union insurance agent in Hillsboro.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Top of the 5th inning we go here as it's been all Burros from the start against Maple River on your live event. HCV and Maple River here in Region 2 baseball, and the Burros have put up a crooked number in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and the 4th innings as they've been able to bat around pretty much every inning so far here today. And the least amount of batters they've sent to the plate was 8 in 1 half inning. As Belials look for the complete game win here. As this one will be a ball as the Carson Davis. Then from there again, McCullough and Reamer are due up here. As this one will be missing for a ball as for Maple River. Currently 2-0 in the count. As coming up is going to be Jonah Thompson here for the Raiders. So Thompson to the plate. They'll take a ball. Back-to-back balls, then a strike. Here's the 2-1 offering upcoming. Swung on a miss, now 2-2. And the 2-2. Strike 3 looking as Belials gets his 7th strikeout here of the evening. As we'll have a new batter coming up to the plate here for the Maple River Raiders. Charlie Muse will be coming up. This one going to be in there for a strike at 0-1. Then from Muse it goes back to Dylan Reamer here for the Raiders. Here's the 0-1 offering from Belials. Now 0-2 on the way to Muse. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3, and that'll be strikeout number 8 now for Belials on the mound. So top of the 5th inning, Dylan Reamer will come on here the 3rd time through the lineup for Maple River. Dylan Reamer 0 for 2 today with a flyout in the 3rd and then a strikeout in the first inning, as Belials is 1 out away from putting a bow on this Region 2 contest. This will be in there for a strike at 0-1. Belials looks into Halfley. The 0-1 swung on a miss. Now at 0-2 as the Riggers are down to their final strike here in this contest. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This one is jammed, and that's going to be into right center field. The right fielder will come on, able to glove it, and that'll retire the side on the flyout to the right fielder. In a contest that finishes in an hour and 57 minutes here today, the winning pitcher will be Gavin Belials, as that was his first 1-2-3 inning. Well, for the Maple River Raiders, Caleb Dowes will pick up the loss here in this one. We'll get to our final box score and get to our Halstead Telephone Company post-game show. When we come up around the corner, that's all next here on your liveevent.com.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, Swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
The Halstead Living Center, Heritage House in Halstead, and the Normandy in Twin Valley present an atmosphere that is calm and comfortable. Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, they offer a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care, including senior living with services, skilled nursing care, rehabilitation care, respite, hospice, or adult daycare. Get more information by going to halsteadlivingcenter.com or call 218-456-2105.
As we get to our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection, Halstead Telephone, the fine folks there, keeping you connected. Discover local reliability you can trust at halsteadtel.com. That again is halsteadtel.com. I found this one 22-0 in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley over the Maple River Raiders. Let's take a look at what happened earlier with Enderlin and Hillsboro Central Valley on the softball diamond. Hillsboro Central Valley picks up the win 14-4 over the Enderlin Eagles. So the Burros now 2-0 this week as Enderlin drops to 1-1 on the softball side. But here today for Hillsboro Central Valley, 6 runs in the first, 6 runs in the second, 4 runs in the third, and then 6 runs in the fourth inning here for the Burros. The Maple River Raiders were scoreless in this one. Maple River with no runs, 1 hit, 3 errors, and they had 4 runners left on base. For the HCV Burros, 22 runs scored on 13 hits and no errors today here in this one. Gavin Belials picks up the complete game win, going 5 innings, 1 hit, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts against the lone hit all the way. Came back in the top of the 4th inning with 2 outs. Jace Erickson hit one up the middle for the 1 single here for Maple River. For the HCV Burros, they got up early on Caleb Dowes, who in an inning and 2/3 gave up 10 runs, 6 hits, no strikeouts, and 6 walks against him, who picked up the loss here today for the Maple River Raiders. From there, let's get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game in this one. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. That again is Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes Enbridge Energy. Energy for life. Go to Enbridge.com for more information. And this one is just more of a team award here today, as you had a handful of batters from top to bottom. Carter Limke with 5 runs driven in. Gavin Belials had 3, 2 for Hennelstead. Kyle Halfley was able to drive 1 in as well. Again, everybody in the lineup today that started was able to find a way to either get on base, drive in a run, or get a base knock here today. So when you can have that kind of efficiency for Coach Benjamin Strand, and you're hoping to keep this going with game number 5 of the season, just again, game number 1 for Maple River, all that you hope is you just kind of keep adding to what you were able to do earlier here throughout the season, and then kind of take this with you tomorrow and Thursday against the Thunder of Hatton Northwood for a couple more games upcoming here throughout the week. For the Maple River Raiders, they'll kind of digest this one, learn from it, get back on the ball diamond coming up against the Dakota Prairie later in the week on Thursday. For Maple River, Caleb Dowes with a walk. You got a walk by Bobby Bergfield, a walk by Charlie McCullough. You were able to get a single by Jace Erickson here today for runners on against Gavin Belial. As well for Hillsboro Central Valley, as we mentioned, Kyle Halfley was able to get a walk, 2 walks with a double and a run scored back in the first inning. Cole Hebel was able to get on base twice with 2 walks. He reached base in the second with an error with 2 runs scored. Andrew Dullum today with 2 walks, 2 strikeouts with a single and a run scored back in the first inning. Chase Halfley was able to walk on base all 4 times, have a run scored, and then Lesha came in for courtesy runner with a run scored. Caleb Hattlestead today with a single with 2 RBIs back in the first and a run scored. He walked in the second and the third inning with a run scored, then hit a double in the fourth here for the Burros. Carter Lemke today at the number 6 spot would go 3 for 3 with 3 runs scored as sacrifice fly in the second and 5 runs driven in here today for Carter Lemke. Gavin Belials with a run batted in after the grounder to Rohrbeck in the first, a sacrifice fly in the second with 2 runs scored in the third and the fourth with also 2 singles. James Fortman today with a walk with a run scored in the second, and then Lesha came on with a walk and a run scored in the fourth. Lennon Olson able to get a couple of hits back in the first and the second inning, and then Duffner came on with a sacrifice fly in the third, and Duffner with a single and the run scored in the fourth inning there for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. Again, Burros top to bottom, our team side is our Enbridge Energy player of the game, and then the RDK Enterprises feature precision play the contest for HCV after having 8 errors in their loss against Crookston over the weekend. They did defeat Red Lake County 14-3, but then fell to Crookston 13-8, having 0 errors for 5 innings in the infield and the outfield. That, again, is our RDK Enterprises feature precision play the contest, and 8 strikeouts as well here for the Burros with Gavin Belials on the mound here. So good defense behind Belials. Belials was able to work ahead in the count, find the zone consistently, only 3 runs, 1 hit against him. That, again, is our RDK Enterprises feature precision play. The game is not having any errors here in this one. If your planter is not quite ready for the upcoming spring season or it just needs a little bit of a tune-up, contact the folks at RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro and Drayton at planterdoc.com. That, again, is planterdoc.com. Have a safe spring in the fields and on the roadways with RDK Enterprises. We'll take a quick break. We'll put a bow on this one. We return next on your live event.
You can trust the pros at Hillsboro Body Shop to make your vehicle look as good as new. Cars, pickups, trucks, semis, Ben and Tyrell at Hillsboro Body Shop can do the work. And Hillsboro Body Shop is also the place to repair your windshield. Don't wait to get that pesky chip repaired. Ben and Tyrell can replace that glass the same day. Call Hillsboro Body Shop at 701-636-4981 and put Ben and Tyrell's combined 30-plus years of experience to work on your vehicle. Hillsboro Body Shop, 701-636-4981.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get to see Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
As we come back here to the HTC Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection again, the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros improved to 3-2 on the season, while Maple River drops to 0-1. The Raiders have their next contest coming up this week against Dakota Prairie on Thursday on the road. And then for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, they will play at 1 o'clock tomorrow here in Hillsboro, then travel to Hatton Northwood on Thursday, and then play in a triangular at Thief River Falls and Grafton upcoming on Saturday. So that's what's up next for both of these two teams. The Burros now 2-1 in Region 2 play, while Maple River drops to 0-1 in Region 2 play. The Region 2 tournament gets underway 2 weeks from Saturday. Crazy to think that we're saying that, but 2 weeks from Saturday, the Region 2 tournament officially gets underway from Mayville State on that Saturday, May the 20th. Thanks to both the coaches in terms of Benjamin Strand for joining us in the pregame show. The same can be said for Larry Fontaine from the Maple River Raiders. Go to your live event for our next broadcast here throughout the week, and then we'll have everything kind of slated for you for the rest of the regular season, as well as we've kind of been going more week to week with just some of the weather and the games that we've had here on for you on yourliveevent.com. But if you missed any of our coverage from both the baseball game here today or the softball game in which HCV came back and defeat the Enderlin Eagles, you can do so by going to your live event. Again, the Burros pick up the win over the Maple River Raiders here 22-0 on your live event. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night.